So when you go see a therapist for, 3 times a week or for 30 years or whatnot, and you tell them your childhood stories and the traumatic events in your life that are real for you, like those are subjectively real in your story. They're not objectively real because
Yeah.
there's no such thing as trauma. There's just what happened
Yeah.
and then what you told yourself about it. But it's real for you. So when you sit down and you tell somebody about that 3 times a week for 20 years, not only does that validate what you're saying as real, but it also concretizes it in your experience. So there's no other choice other than that trauma to be your experience. Like there's no other choice for this woman to not have heart disease. There's no other choice for them to not have bowel disease because that's the story, the manifestation of the story of what they are living, the experience that they're living, right?
She escaped, and I mean, her story is just, I mean, by all means, you would be like, that's trauma. I mean, she just getting across the border, and then a sex slave for a Chinese farmer for several years, but enough to pick up the language and manage to uh, escape. And then I think she went to South Korea, and then ended up coming to America. And just, I mean, it's like, but she's able to talk about it in a way that she's not traumatized by it at all. It's just like that's she's just, yeah, that's what happened. And it was kind of eye opening to me to just look at stuff like that. That's kind of when I started
Yeah.
thinking about trauma as,
I
yeah,
mean, she's either really adapted well to it and is great at hiding it and suffers exponentially, or she's let it go,
yeah,
right? She's let go of the story. Like you just said, we would think that that would be horrible, right? The
yeah,
most person would say like, "Oh my God, what a horrible experience to be a slave, and what a horrible experience to go through all those things." And people would tell stories and have visual and auditory constructs of crossing the borders and fleeing, right? But I
hmm,
mean, horrible is
yeah,
just a story too, just like trauma, right? It is
yeah,
what it
yeah.
is.
I'm with you on that, but at the same time, it's not. I haven't really experienced anything that I would have to shed, but there are people who would, and by maybe just the act of letting go, it could re-traumatize them, or that I mean, they could disassociate, could even convulsion. I mean, go into convulsions or something. I mean, and those, just like you said, I mean, the stories we tell ourselves actually can manifest in literal physical ailments, and we could probably kill ourselves with this. So I guess, how do you balance that delicate line of getting somebody to be in touch with these emotions, and guide them back without re-traumatizing it?
Yeah, so I mean, most of the time, folks who have the idea of trauma aren't coachable a lot of the time. And that's kind of the interesting thing about my work and the idea of letting go is that you don't need me, which I tell people all the time. The only value in a coach is the awareness that we were talking to earlier, the ability to see that which you are not currently aware of, that you don't know is a story. So I mean, yeah, like these really heavy duty societally traumatic experiences that people can kind of look at and say, things with children and things like with the slave and these horrible objective things, these objective things that have happened that we call horrible.